The U.S. economy is on the road to recovery, and that road is leading to more clean energy. The White House Council on Economic Advisors is issuing its latest report on the $787 billion stimulus plan, and it shows clean energy producing more jobs for the spending than other categories. Our executive editor, Margaret Ryan, is here with more. Good morning.
Good morning, Susan. Well, that's right. The stimulus package has either saved or created between 1.5 and 2 million jobs, and only a third of it has been spent so far. That according to the CEA, which says the spending goosed the economic growth rate and raised the gross domestic product some 2% from where it would have been without the stimulus bill. Now, the CEA's report includes a special breakout on clean energy jobs, which it estimates at nearly 52,000 direct jobs and another 11,000 indirect. That's jobs supported by those who are directly employed. Now, with the $5 billion in clean energy funding out the door and an estimated 2,068,000 jobs created or saved, those figures would mean clean energy projects so far have accounted for 1.9% of the money spent, but 3% of the jobs, more than carrying their weight. And the CEA estimates there's a lot more economic benefit to come from the roughly $90 million in spending or tax credits that the stimulus bill directs towards clean energy. In the coming 3 years, CEA says clean energy spending will account for nearly $720,000 job years. I'm sorry, 720,000 job years. That's one person employed for 1 year. CEA said that in 2009, besides the $5 billion spent for clean energy, another $26 billion was actually obligated. But that means 2/3 of the clean energy spending is still to come.
So, Margaret, I guess not all groups would agree with these numbers that this kind of spending on clean energy would create this number of jobs.
I'm certain the Republicans who this was released overnight, so they haven't really had a chance to weigh in yet, but I'm certain we can expect a lot of dispute there. In a conference call last night, CEA Chairman Christina Romer pointed out that White House estimates are in line with estimates that come from both other government agencies like the Congressional Budget Office, which is legally nonpartisan, and from private companies. The report itself cites estimates from such as Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan and Moody's saying, look, our estimates of the effects on the economy are in line. They're a little on the rosy side, as you would expect, but they are not way out of the ballpark. They're all in the same general range. And one thing reporters questioned Romer on was she was saying the effect, you were seeing sort of a tailing off of the effect in the fourth quarter. Last spring, administration officials were saying, hey, we're going to see this build up. Right. So it's really unclear in a sense if there's a trend in there. But, you know, there are difficulties, and this was discussed, there are difficulties for any kind of estimation. First, where the numbers come from. The reports are coming in from the very biggest recipients, but not from all recipients. Right. There's a lot of estimation involved for everybody, for any economist looking at this. And the report tries to tally not just direct jobs, but indirect ones. That's a known economic phenomenon, but you get some big ranges, such as the one where they said the jobs created ranged from 1.5 to 2 million. That's right. A pretty big range.
Right, okay. Margaret Ryan, thank you.